You're tuned in to Nerd Overload, your weekly pop and geek culture show covering movies, TV, games, and comics. Now your hosts, Cody Pinnick, Sam Dunham, and Josh Harrison.
Hey everybody, we're here. They're about to announce the award for Best Pop and Geek Culture Podcast. It looks like they're about to undo the envelope, and the winner was God of War Ragnarok. Well, maybe next year. We're Nerd Overload. I'm Cody.
I'm Sam.
I'm Josh.
I'm Samantha.
And we have a couple of special guests with us this week, returning to the show, BJ and Vaughn.
Woo! Woo!
Welcome back to the show, guys.
Are you going to do the rest of the DuckTales theme song, or are you just doing that part?
All right, so we have a bunch of stuff to talk about this week. We have a bunch of movie trailers. We have the Game Awards. We have game trailers. We have a lot of stuff. Let's do a real quick check them out, run down what we've been doing this week.
Check it out!
All right, so let's start with the guests. Guys, what have you been watching, playing, doing in the last couple weeks or what have you?
Oh, well, I'll go over. I got Session, the skateboarding game. It's like the Microsoft-based one.
Yeah.
I have it on Steam. Got a controller so I could try to play it. I had Skater XL on PlayStation, so I got to really kind of compare both. And Session is like way more detailed, and it's like deeper. And you've got all these iconic spots throughout New York, San Francisco, you name it. They have all the spots. It's really cool, but the playability is much more difficult because it's just the controls are more difficult. It is still satisfying to land some of those tricks, but Skater XL has the higher playability, I think, even though it doesn't have like iconic settings. There's more areas to do like grabs and everything. Like you're getting closer to like the Skate 3 feel with that. It would be perfect if like when they come out with Skate 4, they've had like those little drops here and there of like, hey, this is kind of what it's going to be, where you could jump off your board and do pull-ups on a monkey bars and jump back on. I'm like, all right, let's not lean into that. Let's lean a little bit away. But if they can marry the two type of controls for Session and stuff, because it's all thumbstick based. Like each thumbstick is one of your feet.
Yeah, it's not Tony Hawk.
It is not Tony Hawk, but like if you love skateboarding, it is immersive.
It feels
like
good.
I got in so much trouble the other night because we were supposed to leave at 4:30, and I'm like, cool, I got plenty of time, and I was trying a nollie heel flip nose slide, 360 flip out, and I was just trying to get it perfect every time, and then I hear my wife's voice come down the stairs like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out of here, bye. And so it's to someone like me, it's really immersive.
Okay, yeah, because you're a big skater,
big into
skate
skateboarding.
guy, yeah. I mean, you even have a show that you do.
Yeah, Skate Mansfield. Because this will come out tomorrow. Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
So Sunday, check us out, Skate Mansfield. What is it? Twitch.tv/Skate Mansfield. Check us out at 4 p.m. tomorrow. We're actually going to have some big news on there. We're partnering with somebody. It's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, fantastic!
But yeah, those skate games are really freaking cool. I've been really checking those out.
Excellent. All right, cool.
Nerd.
Well, I'm a nerd for skateboarding, 100%.
Yeah, you say what I've been doing, I guess. I've been watching Wednesday with my kid.
Oh, nice.
I just finished Wednesday today.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
we're not there.
Yeah, and I've been doing that. I've been playing a lot of Bloodborne.
And
I've been playing God of War Ragnarok just
Nice.
because I can tell everybody how much it's not as good as Elden Ring. So.
Yeah, because you've been streaming a lot as well. I've been seeing your stuff pop up on Twitch as well, right?
I've been getting back onto the streaming thing.
Cool.
Yeah, Twitch.tv/Vaughn Doom if anybody's interested. I do a lot of cool games. I curse a lot. No, not really. But we're fun over there.
Yeah, I've been able to catch a few streams here and there, and it's a good time. It's a real fun time.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been watching Wednesday too. We're a little over halfway through, I think.
I can't believe I beat you on it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Because you started it before me.
Yeah.
I really like it. I think everybody right now is getting sweaty over the dance scene. I think.
Yeah. Oh, it's good.
Yeah, it's a really good scene.
Yeah. Isn't it a play on like the old dance scene from like the old TV show?
Yeah. I think what's her name? Jenna Ortega. She
Yeah.
said she
Yeah.
she did the choreography herself.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
she watched a bunch of 60s stuff and old goth dance stuff.
Oh,
and
nice.
It is very much like old goth interpretive dance.
To the Cramps.
Yeah, it's to the Cramps too, which is perfect.
Okay, cool.
At least
Cool.
it's not. At least it's not like, you know, when you speak of like, when you think of like goth dancing, it's not the stupid like rave in a canal.
Oh yeah, it's not the cyber goth dance clip. No. But
Old school goth dance.
it's filling the empty spot in my cold black goth boy heart that was empty when they canceled Sabrina.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh yeah,
Def-
that came and went too, didn't it?
It definitely
Yeah.
like Wednesday definitely feels like they're trying to put a little bit of Riverdale
Yeah, it's like
into our Addams family.
it's like a competent Riverdale. Like
Then I'm not interested. I want the trash. Give me the garbage.
Oh no, there's definitely some moments where it's kind of like,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
like,
gonna lie.
like the monster looks like crap.
Oh no, I love the
Oh yeah,
monster.
it looked bad.
It looks like a Tim Burton drawing though, and that's why I like it.
It does.
It doesn't look real.
Like its face, reminds me of like, what was it, Large Marge or whatever from like
it looks
Oh,
like
there we go.
from
There we
Pee
go.
Wee.
Hey, was I the only one that got a lot of X-Men vibes from that show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the trailers. I haven't
whole-
watched the show yet, but it
the whole-
looks like X-Men.
The
kind
whole
of thing.
show is about, you got the outcasts and you got the normies, and normies are just humans,
yeah.
Right.
and then
yeah.
outcasts are people or beings of magical nature.
I was very upset when Nick Fury didn't show up in the last episode.
Right?
Like it was literally I'm telling you, if you haven't seen all of it, I'm like, bro, like Professor X, where are you at? He's somewhere and doing something, but
Next season, they're going to team up with Lily Munster, who has some kind of superpower and solve crimes or something.
hella X-Men vibes. But it's a fun show.
So just this last week, I started it when I first got COVID. I started Westworld the first season. And then recently I just like, I have to go back and finish it. I can't stop thinking about it. And I finished it and it was amazing. I haven't gotten to anything else, but I very much enjoyed the first season of Westworld. It gave me like the first time I watched the first season of Lost vibes. When I was watching that on TV and the end of that and the end of this, man, I think it was perfect.
From what I understand, you could stop here with Westworld. Yeah,
that's too bad because
the following seasons they kind of lose. They start retreading and they kind of lose it a little bit.
It's whatever. Even if I do stop here, I'm fine with it because it felt like perfection.
Sure.
Well,
that first season, it seemed like they wanted to do one season and they got the story out.
Sure.
And then they got renewed and like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Well, let's rehash some of the stuff.
Yeah.
To make things more convoluted.
The HBO monster was like, more.
Yeah.
Look what they did to Game of Thrones.
Oh gosh.
Hey, real quick, you guys been watching Chainsaw Man?
No.
We've watched 3 or 4 of them. It's very good.
Very
it's
good.
very good.
Very good. And I read the manga. I'm just letting you know. Oh, it's going to get crazy. It's going to get very, very nuts.
We need to catch up. We're a couple episodes behind. So
I'm just gonna sit over here with my nice little spy family and hang out. I don't need this. I don't need this Chainsaw Man.
that's a good show too.
That's a good show,
You can
too.
like both things. You're allowed.
Contain multitudes.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I kind of checked out this week, I watched the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. It's on
I
Disney
haven't
Plus.
watched that yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it
It's
yet
a
either.
45-minute they're Marvel. They're doing
They're
Disney
Marvel Presents.
They're like Marvel Presents. They're like little short films. They did one around Halloween.
Yeah, with
by Night.
Werewolf by Night. Yeah.
Werewolf
then
by Night was so
it was good.
Oh, I loved Werewolf by Night.
The holiday special, the Guardians of the Galaxy one, very funny. It was written and directed by James Gunn, so it's still in that same vein. It's not like they had a work for hire guy come in or anything like that. It did more to characterize the character Mantis than there's been in the actual movies. Like it focuses on her and
Good.
Drax having a stupid adventure in Los Angeles.
That sounds excellent.
It kind of
Yeah.
sounds like it took like the best stuff out of Guardians too.
It's really really funny. And
that sounds like something I want to see.
yeah, and it doesn't overstay its welcome as well. It's like how sometimes some of these made-for-TV things, they like to try to stretch it out to like an hour, hour and a half, whatever. No, 45 minutes in and out. They tell the story that they need to tell. It hits all the points. There's no dragging bits or anything like that. It's great. It's, even if you're not a superhero guy, because I know, BJ, you're not much of the Marvel stuff. It's just a fun, stupid story. Kevin Bacon is in it, playing himself, playing fictional Kevin Bacon.
That's the best Kevin Bacon when Kevin Bacon's Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It's really good, and you don't really need to know too much about the characters other than, okay, here are these characters. They are out in space. They don't go to Earth often. They don't know how Earth things work. That's basically it. That's all you really need to know, and it's fun. It's fun.
So it's like Fish Out of Water holiday special
for the first half of it. Yeah. Plus, I mean, they even have a musical act. There's this a bunch. They're helping like a bunch of aliens at the beginning of the thing. Getting them settled into a new settlement or whatever. And one of the aliens shows up and says, "Hey, we've been practicing these Earth instruments." Yeah, so they rip into this Christmas song based on what they think Christmas is, gleaned from what they've heard Chris Pratt tell them, and it's all wrong. It's hilarious. It's really funny. It's a good time.
Have you started Pokemon yet?
I have not. I have it, and I've updated it, so it's ready to go. I just haven't started it yet.
Then I'll hold my opinions until we can both do it. But
you mean the game?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, are you trying to start them off from like 1997?
To keep it short, I actually really like it.
I hear
a lot.
Once people get kind of past a lot of the bugs
how
and stuff,
ugly it is,
how ugly it is, and how it runs bad.
And it is very ugly, and it runs bad.
Yeah.
But like, I think the game's actually pretty fun.
It's fun in spite of itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a friend of mine just texted me today, and he's like, "By the way, I finished the whole Dex."
Yeah, no, I just I have it. I know once I start it, I'm going to want to play it for multiple hours, and I just haven't had a chance to sit down and really devote myself to enough of it.
The gym leaders are all fun. I like a lot of them.
I've seen the normal type gym leader. He's just
Larry. Yeah,
Larry. He's just some guy.
He's a businessman. He spends the majority of the battle complaining about his boss.
I mean, if that's not a normal type, I don't know what.
Yeah, that's great.
I finally got to start playing Stray. I downloaded that.
Yeah, Stray. Okay.
I just get to be a cute little kitty cat, and
I beat
fun.
Stray.
Oh, you beat it? Okay,
I beat
well,
it.
Yeah, I did too.
I can't get any. Like, I have to wait till it's a time that my kids haven't used all their screen time, and they're like, "Can we play Stray now?" So they want to watch me play it, so I have to.
Oh, gotcha.
I have to hold myself back and be like. But I think in the first 5 minutes, I had the achievement for meowing 100 times. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm just gonna be this little kitty.
Yeah,
but it looks like
button.
garbage on PS4.
I don't think so.
I couldn't get it. Maybe it's. I don't know if
Dude, I played it on my PS4 on a TV that I bought 14 years ago.
Maybe I'm trying to base it off of like all of the ads and stuff I saw for it, but man, I thought it looked pretty bad on there. I'm like, wow,
it has really good art direction that kind of keeps it.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, like I love everything about. I like the world. I like the little puzzles because you're like, oh, like let's go over here. Can we meow at this? Does it do something? And I think I've scratched every carpet I came across. It's just like I don't know. I find that fun.
There's an achievement for scratching things in every chapter. I
sweet.
somehow
I'm gonna
didn't get it, and I don't know how I didn't get it.
I liked Stray a lot, but I have salty Game Awards opinions about Stray that I will save for later.
Gotcha.
In the show.
Yeah, so I haven't got to play too much more than though I played some Overwatch 2 just because I have friends that do that, and it's I had to have them explain to me what's different, what's new.
Yeah, it's like
The
nothing.
answer is
There's
nothing.
I was actually, when I first downloaded Overwatch 2, I was trying to find the 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
There are
different.
very small differences.
The two is that you have to rebuy all your skins.
No, that's the difference.
I got to keep
yeah.
mine.
No, that's the difference. They just added the 2. That's it. It's
Yeah.
just 2 right there. The graphics.
It should have been a patch. It should have been a patch to the original game
or something.
or
no, but I
paid
understand.
DLC
But
or
that's
something.
probably why though it's free now, because like it's barely anything. I don't even know why they shut down the servers for the first game. I don't know why they just
because they
patch it.
want everyone just to play the new one.
Fun
They
when you get
went-
into the new.
Yeah, into the one where you have to buy everything
Yeah.
with real money.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, since we have so much news to get into this week, I think we're going to go ahead and jump to the news section. We'll talk about a couple of those movie trailers.
Otherwise, no one will know we're talking about news.
Well, you know what? We got to keep it semi-professional here. You know, that's what we're here. That's what people expect.
It legally announces that this is the news
This
portion.
is the news portion. Yes.
Can I say that as somebody, why do you stop the sound effects? I kind of miss the sound of like the random sound
you know
effects.
what? It got I got a little bored with the sound effects. They might come back eventually. I do still have them all on the board, but yeah, I just haven't. Someday they'll come back. Yeah, I'll get some new ones. Yeah,
I agree. I miss the sounds.
You miss the sounds? Okay, all right. So yeah, let's talk about a couple of these trailers. We're going back a couple of weeks on these because we actually didn't do a show last week due to the Marion County peanut push. Which one do you guys want to talk about first? There's a bunch of them. Mario.
Let's go.
Let's talk about Mario.
Yeah, there was a trailer and also a clip from the Game Awards.
Yeah, and you know what? Despite Chris Pratt, it looks like a really fun movie.
Yeah, every time I see more of it, I get more excited about it.
It looks like accurate. It looks like Nintendo did it.
It does. Yeah.
Rather than
Illumination.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's not Mexican plumbers.
Right. Yeah.
It's not Mexican plumbers.
Yeah.
Only one of them was.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But no, it looks really good. I like the fact that they're making Luigi the damsel in distress on this one. It seems like instead of Princess Peach, so they're having to rescue him instead of her, and that's cool. That's cool.
Who's the voice of Luigi? Do you know?
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day.
Okay. I thought it was gonna be like Idris Elba or something.
No, he's too busy being Knuckles. That's all right.
Yeah.
I'd get beat by a lion.
That movie is wild. Look at the lion.
The crack lion.
Yeah, the crack lion.
I come at these when I listen to the show a lot, and I see you guys come at like the family friendly type movies from like a different angle from people our age, and all like just being a father of 3 boys under the age of 12. Like I come at it with those eyes, and I'm like, you guys see that? Let's go see that.
Oh,
I'm so excited.
Oh,
I see no critique or bad. Like the first time I saw, I didn't even care about Chris Pratt. I did freak out about Jack Black's Bowser because he sounds amazing.
he
it's so
sounds
good.
Yeah.
So good. It's not just Jack Black. It's
But also
Jack Black's Bowser.
Jack Black is also a veteran voiceover actor at this
Very true.
point.
Yeah. I mean, guess,
he's got lots of
you could argue Chris Pratt
technically
is too.
Chris Pratt is too with the Lego movie,
Yeah.
but it's just that all of his voices sound just like
Him.
Chris Pratt. You know, I mean, we do have critiques of things. I do like to, we do kind of dig in deep and stuff, but it's not going to stop me from seeing the movie and enjoying it. I mean, everything else about it.
It's kind of like how Will Smith's every character.
Everything is Will Smith. Yeah, he doesn't put on a, what was that one where he was like the fish? It was like a
Shark Tale.
Shark Tale, and he was
Bad.
just
Terrible.
yeah.
I'm a fish, and
And Martin Scorsese was the voice of his pufferfish boss.
Yeah, and it's just
And he makes the joke. He
But
tries
Marvel
to do like
movies are not real movies.
right.
I just don't understand what they're doing there. I mean, it's not cinema. You know what I mean?
I mean, the fact that in a Shark Tale, which is a movie that I've seen recently, because
also with Jack Black, he was the shark.
is he?
Yeah, it was like one of his first voice acting roles. He was the shark.
But there's a part where like Will Smith's fish tries to do like some weird handshake with his boss, and he literally says, "It's okay, plenty of white fish can't do it." And I'm like,
What?
yeah, the movie sucks.
Okay, I haven't seen Shark Tale, but we just recently watched B Movie. I could not.
The love story between a woman and a bee.
Yeah, I could not get over how bad
The
that
only
movie is.
the
It's
only
rotten.
character that makes any kind of sense in that movie is Patrick
Warburton.
Yeah,
he's getting just iced out, and it's
He's the straight man in the movie. about bees. Like I understand the message of like, talking about like climate change and pollinator health and stuff like that, but that movie just sucks on ice.
it was so bad. I couldn't get past anything in it.
So I never watched a B movie, so it's like a romance movie between a B and a.
Sort of.
Kinda, yeah.
No,
But
John Goodman makes a line in the courtroom scene where he looks at the girl and goes, "Is he your little bed bug?"
what?
Because he puts on this like southern lawyer air about it.
It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. Yeah, it's uncomfortably close to.
Several times.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like I said, me and my wife like to cringe watch movies. So Shark Tale, B movie, these are all things we've cringe watched.
How do you?
The Winx Saga.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's bad.
That's
bad.
I don't get it, man. That's
Once
crazy.
upon a time.
How you gonna put life insurance on a bee? Like, how's that gonna work? You got good credit?
What's the deal with human inflation rates?
All right, so some other trailers. Let's talk about Cocaine Bear. Why not?
It's exactly what you would think.
It's exactly what you think.
It is loosely based on a true story.
It is very, very loosely.
The event
based.
was cocaine fell out of a plane, a bear ate it, and died.
Back in
That
the
is the
80s.
whole
Yeah.
story.
But instead now it's a
Now it's a horror movie with a TikTok star.
Yeah, you know what? As much as I don't like the term, just brainless movies, go and turn your brain off and watch a thing. This is one of those movies, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. Like,
what's the movie with the guy who takes the pill and becomes like
Limitless.
Limitless. Yeah. This is like the opposite of Limitless. This is like
Limited.
or something. Yeah.
Hey, can we watch Limitless? We have Limitless at home. The Limitless at home.
Yeah. But like this is like Snakes on a Plane. This is
it's
like
so
they
bad.
came up with the name and decided, okay, let's build a movie off
like
the
this
name.
this is the kind of stuff you'd see like on like Pluto TV or Tubi.
Oh yeah, this is one step above an Asylum film.
I know.
Yeah.
The fact that Universal actually did it.
It's not quite a full moon feature, but it's close.
It's close. It has the stink of a low budget film, low budget bad knockoff. But yeah.
They show the bear eat the cocaine, but then later he snorts the cocaine. How did he figure that out?
He's a smart
cocaine
bear.
magic.
Yeah.
It unlocked that part of your brain that, like, as a primitive species, we know how to do cocaine.
Well, you see, cocaine is like the limitless drug for bears. So there you go.
Now, I hope there's a scene where he sees a human being snort cocaine and learns how to do it.
Sure, there you go.
No.
There
What
we
I'm
go.
hoping is we get at least one POV of the bear while he's high on cocaine.
Yeah, like
I want to know what the
blurry
bear
cam or whatever.
sees.
Honestly, I think the writers are projecting it.
Hey, what was big in the 80s? Coke?
There it is, yeah.
Run with it.
The post-credit scene is going to be the bear like learning how to roll up like a $100 bill to like, get down on the thing. Or
He found a
whatever.
mirror and he's cutting it.
That's
All right,
crazy.
next up.
He found a wide, broad-shouldered suit. This isn't my beautiful woods.
And he just
This isn't my beautiful bear cub.
No,
just
get
turns
ready
into
because
Tony Montana.
get ready.
at the end.
Wow.
Say hello to my little trout.
My little friend, and then Boo Boo comes out around the corner.
It's secretly a dark Hanna-Barbera
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, it's for real. The sequel's going to be Quaalude Crocodile, and Al Pacino's going to be the voice actor of the crocodile.
There we go.
Robert De Niro is going to be Grape Ape.
Wow.
Speed Buggy comes into for after credit scene.
Oh yeah.
We gotta get the smack.
Speed Buggy.
Speed Buggy did always seem like he abused drugs.
Yeah, a little bit.
Though I hated my Speed Buggy sounded a little like Rick.
It did. All right, last movie trailer we want to get to before the Game Awards stuff. Indiana Jones 5.
The Dial of
Dial
Destiny.
of Destiny.
That is exactly what it is. Indiana Jones 5?
Well, you try to forget Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
You can't. No, stop it.
It
I
used
will
to be-
Still watch it.
It used to be I tried to forget about the Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Well,
But then Crystal Skull came out. I'm like, you know what? Maybe you deserve a place on the
Doom was
shelf,
all
buddy.
right. That had short round. It's okay.
it's
A product of its time.
it's
Yeah.
good.
But
Unlike
also
any of those movies.
but also chronologically, it takes place before any of the other
It's a
Indiana
prequel,
Jones.
but that's fine. Yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
and in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Ernie Reyes Jr. is in it. He's he's the part with the blow darts and
Yeah.
stuff. That's it. When I saw that credit, I'm like, what? Like
Yeah.
they could have done him better. He's
Yeah.
better than that.
I'd be interested to see if the original guy who played Short Round comes back for
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
for
right.
this
I
because
think
he
there
was-
was a lot of talk about.
well,
that
he
or
was just
something.
in
Everything Everywhere All at Once, which
Yeah.
is an amazing.
He's
still
also
haven't
got
seen that.
I think he's got either a Star Wars or a Marvel project coming up. That's why he was at the event where him and Harrison Ford kind of reconnected.
yeah.
Like,
But no,
he's in another thing.
He's like took like 40 years off of acting.
Yeah.
He was like a production designer or something.
I mean,
like
so
that,
did Harrison
or-
Ford, but anyway.
Well, he might as well have taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many planes has he crashed? Anyway,
Just
3.
a plane.
He's illegally landed too.
Well, that's true. Yes.
One of them was a
Crash one.
helicopter.
Well, true. But no, Indy 5 looks good. I mean,
I'm excited.
That de-aging CG they did for that one scene, that was shocking. I remember when they did
Welcome
that
to
for
the future, man.
I remember when they did that for X-Men 3 for that one scene.
Ooh,
And
no.
and Professor X looked like a wax mannequin walking out.
that was X-Men Origins.
No, it was X-Men 3 as well because they did the pre-credit scene where they pick up Jean Grey as a kid because she was like blowing up her house or something.
I'm pretty sure that was Origins.
No. X-Men 3 because that was the first Dark Phoenix thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot about in the beginning of the movie.
And Magneto and Professor X walk out of that airplane trying to pick up a little kid, Jean Grey, and they look like Madame Tussauds.
Point for Sam on that one. Point for Sam.
Mark it down. But no, they look like wax mannequins.
It's so
walking around.
bad.
That's bad.
It's
but no,
so bad.
In comparison,
Or like
today, looks
Grand
really
Moff
good.
Tarkin.
Oh,
It's-
God, the
He didn't look
That was-
bad.
It wasn't terrible, but it was. I
thought
can't wait
the
to see this movie to kind of compare.
I thought the
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher one looked more awkward than the Grand Moff Tarkin one.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Hope.
Yeah.
I just don't want this
Another
movie.
X-Men.
I just don't want it. We have the Indiana Jones we have are good, except for the one.
Well,
we don't really
I'll still
need
watch it.
another one.
And there was also the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't care for
I'm
that.
okay
Never
with
did.
them doing more only because Harrison Ford likes being Indiana Jones.
Yeah, he cares.
So
he
he's-
cares about being Indy. He
so
doesn't
he's
care
not
about
gonna
being
kill
Han
Indiana
Solo.
Jones off. He's not like he did Han Solo or any of his other characters or whatever.
What other characters? He's got Indiana Jones. He's
Fugitive.
got Han Solo.
he was the president in that one movie.
Air Force One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movie.
He was that
Get off
Amish
his
guy in
plane.
Witness, I think.
Yeah, he's in the
No one
future.
realized.
He was in that movie.
He was in Witness. I don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hollywood
reason for that?
homicide.
What's the reason for him not liking Han Solo
He
over
just
Indiana?
I
he's
just
just
don't
a
think he-
crotchety old man. who
I just
didn't-
don't think he likes doing sci-fi.
Yeah, he's not a fan of sci-fi. He
well,
wanted
Kingdom
he
of the
wanted
Crystal
them to
Skull
kill
was
off-
aliens.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, like, oh, I don't feel like being involved in this movie. That's $1 billion franchise. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it.
Well,
You're
that's
not as gruff.
I,
You got gruff.
I mean, the only reason
There you go.
the
There
only
it is.
reason he did Star Wars was a favor to George Lucas because they did American Graffiti together.
Yeah.
yeah. And he was supposed to be killed off at the end of Empire.
Yeah.
He was, the freezing of carbonite. That was
supposed to be his
death
end.
scene. And they brought him
Wasn't-
back because he
Hey,
making
remember?
house
Hey,
payment.
remember when they thought they killed Chewbacca?
Oh.
Don't. I'm gonna get so mad.
All right, so hey, let's get into some of these Game Awards
Oh
stuff.
boy!
Yeah, Jeff Keighley's.
The Geoffies is what they
Geoffies.
should be called.
Geoffies? That's pretty accurate.
Yeah. So the Game Awards, for folks who don't know, is a fake award show that is put on once a year by Jeff Keighley, a former game journalist. They hand out fake awards, and in between each award, they play like 5 or 6 trailers for new games, and that's really all it is.
premiere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope people that won awards been crying on the stage do not see this.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. We've basically burned our bridges to get free tickets to it in
Years
I
ago.
mean, it's the
But,
closest thing there is to a real award show
But
for
it's
games,
not
I guess.
a real award show for games. It's
I mean, they do put like Game of the Year edition on games
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've been
That's
doing that
true.
for 100,000 years.
They give them a trophy.
Yeah, but they also gave.
Here's a video game that people played. You get a trophy.
But they also gave Keanu Reeves one of those trophies in the new Matrix movie. Remember? Did you see it? Where, where he was a game designer. They tricked him into thinking he was a game designer, and Jeff Keighley showed up with a game award.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. Anyway, so
but what about like IGN and all these other ones that give their stuff
awards? That's so. The Game Awards is more like it's like the Oscars, but if the Oscars didn't count.
The Oscars shouldn't count anyway.
They shouldn't count.
It's like the Oscars if the Oscars was brought to you by Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Doritos. There was the Twitch stream had a big Doritos ad on it almost the entire time, right?
Dude, Doritos sponsor us. Let's go.
I think that just means the Game Awards are hosted by Call of Duty lobbies.
Brought to you by Doritos and Slim Jims.
Yep. So let's talk about some of these game trailers that they played, because that's really the important part. Like,
I mean, I did see they announced the Death Stranding 2.
Yes, they did.
That's the big one.
With the most like movie poster looking thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of people said it was like, it was a post office simulator, but now this one is Amazon simulator. That's what they're telling me.
You're not allowed to take bathroom breaks?
I guess. No, but even though it seems like a boring game, like the story seems really interesting.
Well, that's Kojima's whole thing. It's like they want the.
I mean, I love the Metal Gear, but there's a lot of talking in Metal Gear.
No, I honestly think if Kojima had the rights to Metal Gear, this would be a Metal Gear.
Ew, oh, absolutely. Well, they put Metal Gear in it. There's
that thing that
just doesn't have legs.
It just doesn't have legs, but it's basically a Metal Gear.
I tried to break Vaughn once with the conspiracy theory that Kojima left because of the true ending to Metal Gear 5. I've watched countless YouTube videos and just where they talk about this and how it talks about when he wakes up from the coma. It's how many years it's been, and we're a year away from that. And Kojima swore them to secrecy that something's going to happen. I don't know. It's a lot of fun to think.
He predicts a lot of stuff. Like he kind of predicted the COVID and the rise of getting things brought directly to your house and mailing stuff.
And
he made a joke about that as well. He said he took some time. Yeah.
Well, the one that gets me the most is they interviewed one guy. He's the only guy who has spoken up about it. But when they had the original ending idea for Metal Gear 5, before it was called Metal Gear 5, before anybody knew it was going to be a Metal Gear game, where he was in a room with these certain people and he wrote everything down on a napkin of what he was thinking of doing. And then he, as soon as he was done telling them, he lit the napkin on fire and left.
Nice.
Man, I wish I could be as eccentric as Kojima. But I guess years in the pachinko.
No, you don't.
I guess the years in the pachinko mines will do that to you.
Well, yeah.
He's like Lawrence Fishburne in Predators. He's lost his mind.
I thought I would hate Death Stranding. Everything about it sounds like it wouldn't be fun, but I did like it.
I haven't played it. I want to play it. I really.
It's interesting. Yeah. I watched some folks play it. I mean, it's very weird out there plots and stuff. But
I think when it comes to people like Kojima or a Miyazaki or cats like them, they kind of put I think Kojima is more of a Nintendo cat. When let me explain. He's more into innovating gameplay and making new ways to play certain things, even if you're not used to it and it doesn't seem fun, but it's trying to get you into a certain way to play the game.
Kind of pushing the envelope.
To make you think more about what is going on. It's the gameplay relates to what the story is doing. It's kind of really cool that what he does. He's a couple years ahead.
No, I agree with that.
100%. Yeah. It's the only game that truly deserves to be called a walking simulator. Sure. Because that's kind of what it is. Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Walking and balancing simulator. You can't drop your boxes.
I think it would be more fun if you get to have more combat moments with what are they called? the monster
The
dudes,
BTs.
the BTs.
Yeah.
I think if you implemented that a little bit more, rather than just like, oh, I'm in this pool, they're gonna kill me and you die, rather than avoiding them.
Yeah,
maybe,
and
you know?
there are combat bits in it. There's,
Yeah.
Between that and there's roving packs of crazed delivery men in the
Yeah.
game that you have to go after as well. Yeah.
Kojima has never been good about streamlining combat to the
No.
point where it makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Like,
every boss fight in a Metal Gear game is like a slog in a.
When you want to aim your gun, you have to hold down like 3 different buttons to go
Yeah.
into first person, and like he could stand to streamline that or have somebody else do that part of the game.
Yeah, the gunplay in the Metal Gear games has always been real bad.
Yeah.
For a game based on military technology.
Number 5 was pretty good actually.
All right, so some of these other things. So From Software revealed a new Armored Core game, which
It's
I'm excited
about
for.
time.
Yeah.
Do you guys see how like ugly in like metal looks?
It's so gray.
It
It's
looks
yeah.
like
extremely gray.
no, it hella reminds me of some Dark Souls stuff. Like
Oh,
real,
yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Like I remember, I love the Armored Core games, and I loved like the whole thing of like going into the garage and like tweaking
Yeah.
your mech.
Tinkering with your mech.
Oh, I got a quick question. I haven't played much of the Armored Core games. Do they all take place in a different planet? Or is it?
It's Earth, but it's future Earth. I think.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
It's
future
been
Earth.
a long time since
and
I
there's
played on.
and I mean there are a few characters that have popped up that were in the Armored Core series that are in Dark Souls and stuff like that, like Patches. Patches is in there, and the Moonlight Blade
The Moonlight Blade okay.
was like the
Isn't
high
it
powered.
Isn't like everyone like in every Armored Core?
It is, yeah. It's like a lightsaber in the Armored Core games.
So
but yeah,
so apparently like the plot of this is this secret, some type of mysterious element explodes in a different planet. Flames.
they're going to a different planet on this one. Okay,
yeah. So the fire of it's Rubicon 3 apparently, and
okay.
then like a century later, it pops up in Rubicon 3, but the Rubicon 3's been locked down.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
So like,
I'm for them going to a different different environment, different planet, and kind of doing.
They haven't made an Armored Core game in forever.
They could do
Yeah.
whatever they want with it. Honestly,
and I hope we see Cthulhu or somebody in there.
something pop up. Yeah, that'd be great. Let's see. They had a Hades 2 sequel to the really popular
Indie hit.
hit Hades.
Looks really good.
Animation on it looks fantastic. It looks like more of the original, and it.
The original is very good. If you haven't played it, like it's worth picking up.
Absolutely. Let's see. So there's a game called Judas, which is made by Ken Levine, who was formerly did the BioShock games.
And this looks like more.
It looks like a
It
BioShock.
looks
which
like a
is
BioShock
fine with
game.
me. I've been itching for something BioShock adjacent for a long time, and this looks like it will scratch that itch. I think the last game that was anywhere near a BioShock was like Prey.
Yeah, the reboot of Prey.
Yeah, but even then it wasn't exactly right, but it was close.
Oh, another Cyberpunk.
That's DLC.
Yeah.
And they are adding Idris Elba to it. Why not? Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's put all the pop culture darlings in there. We got Keanu Reeves, now we got Idris Elba.
I'm down for more Cyberpunk. I'm one of the few people who really liked Cyberpunk.
Well, now that it's
so
not broken,
I was
Yeah.
getting ready to say,
Or less
what
broken.
console did you play it on? That's
I
the
played it
problem.
on PC.
Oh, so then you ain't got no problems
Yeah.
with it. Your PlayStation didn't explode.
Oh yeah, Jedi Survivor.
Jedi
that
Survivor
yeah.
looks good.
It does look good.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked the last one.
All I can think about is Shameless. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's see. They announced 4 more characters for Street Fighter 6.
Yep.
Looking really good. DJ, Manon, Marissa,
Marissa
and
and Peach.
JP.
The
Yeah.
big muscle
So-
muscle mommy.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 new characters and a returning one, and they look great.
I really hope DJ's not trash in this one.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit on this because they had that huge leak, a couple months ago?
They had all the characters, but that's why I think they're like doing like 4 characters
4 at a time. Yeah.
So they just might as well get it out of the way because everybody knows what the roster is now.
Yeah. But I'm really interested in seeing what the different gameplay elements for them are. It seems like they're really kind of tailoring each character specifically to different things.
Yep, and it looks
like
really good.
like DJ almost looks like his one of his specials is like a rhythm game kind of thing where you hit buttons in sequence almost like a Guitar Hero to add hits to your combo.
I think they're meshing a lot of the older games into this one. Like for example, because they have a lot of say for example Ken. They have a lot of his like supers from the older games.
Yes,
they have elements from like the Alpha series and the from like the Third Strike series and stuff. So I'm pretty interested to see what they do with returning characters like DJ and see how exactly that mechanic that we've seen works.
Oh, the only World Warrior they haven't shown yet is Zangief, and I'm really excited to see what they do with him because if they bring his kit from multiple games back, he is going to be
blue
a
or
nightmare to fight.
green hand. Oh man, if it was anything like Street Fighter 4, it's crazy. Why have they kind of just like forgot about T-Hawk? T-Hawk.
Because there's a character they haven't announced her yet.
Oh,
but
that's I think that's
has
like is that his apprentice
his
or something?
daughter, I think, something like that.
Daughter.
But yeah, she has a lot of the T-Hawk moveset.
Okay.
But she's a little tiny girl that's a grappler,
She's
which is
like,
awesome.
So she's kind of like Kimberly. With
Kind of like Kimberly, yeah.
You think they'll put Zangief in it with
they have to.
Russia?
He's in
the
league.
Okay,
he was in the league.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind then.
Yeah.
I had the same thought you did.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're waiting on. They're kind of waiting for things to kind of calm down before they announce them.
It's not going to calm down.
It is kind of weird that they did all of the other original 8 and left him out.
He's locked in the same gulag that Advance Wars remaster for the Switch is locked in.
Yeah.
That made me so mad. I wanted to play that so bad.
Yeah, it's and nobody knows if it'll ever come out.
Oh yeah, the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. The last Kevin Conroy.
Wasn't excited for the game. It's the last thing with Kevin Conroy as Batman in it. I'm still not going to play the game, but it's cool that he's getting one last thing.
It's a bummer it's in a game about killing Batman. That he's his last Batman role. That's kind of
That's a little bit of a bummer. That's true.
R.I.P. Kevin.
Yeah.
R.I.P. JDF.
Oh yeah, and JDF. Yeah. Rest in Power Rangers. So Tekken 8.
Oh
also
boy,
looking good. Looking good.
Looks amazing.
I'm not as big of a Tekken guy as I am Street Fighter or whatever, but
only thing they need to do to make me play Tekken over Street Fighter is to get rid of the loading screen on a rematch. As soon as they do that, because I don't know if anybody played Tekken, because Tekken 7 was originally an arcade game.
Yeah.
So, like, they ported it, but they couldn't do as much as they wanted to. So, when you go in rematch, you got to go all the way back to the loading screen. Get ready for the next battle. And it comes for, like, it's there for, you're loading for, like, 10 minutes.
It's a long load time.
While every other fighting game is, like, rematch, boop, you're back in the game, you're fighting. So, if they do that,
they could at least
dropping everything.
They could at least put Galaga on there like they did with Ridge Racer back in the day.
I forgot about that. I used to play a lot of Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer. Remember that?
Let's see. There's a Horizon Forbidden West DLC.
That looks good.
So they have a release date for it, which means that a week later there's going to be another huge game that comes out because that's what happens to every Horizon game.
That's when Tears of the Kingdom's going to drop.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
One of my homies.
Zelda's gonna eat his lunch again.
Yeah.
One of my homies. I was talking to him on stream, and I forgot the name of that Zelda game, and I was like, "Isn't it like Tears of something?" He was like, "Oh yeah, it's Tears in the Club." I was like, "What?" So a Link is in there crying in the club? Is that I'm like, "Oh, that's hilarious."
Every song reminds him of Zelda. She left him, took the kids.
I said Link and Mario crying in the club because the girls keep getting to it.
Ooh, they had something for Space Marine? They have something for Space Marine?
They had a trailer and a date
for,
on it, I think.
Space Marine 2.
All right,
Warhammer
cool.
40K.
A game I thought was never going to get a sequel, and I'm the only one who cares about
Have
it.
you played Darktide yet?
No, I want to, though.
It's pretty good.
I want to. Is it on Game Pass or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we both played it.
What are you playing as?
The psychic one.
Psyker?
Yeah.
Zealot.
I was going to do the Guardsman veteran.
Oh, that Hellboy game.
That Hellboy game looks really
that
good because
Hellboy
it
game?
is. Yeah, and
it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's full Mike Mignola
Oh.
art, like with the heavy shadows and everything. And it's they actually had some gameplay.
Yeah.
And it looked good. It looked like it played almost like a God of War style kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
I saw that and I'm like, I didn't know I want that, but I
Yeah, there wasn't
do.
much to it, but yeah,
I'm
big red
glad-
man punching a Cthulhu monster. Yeah,
I
I'll
am
take
glad Hellboy is getting a slight resurgence again. There's like a lot of talk about him again. I'm like, after all the crap that happened with the David Harbour one that I still haven't seen.
All right, so I mean, there's too many things for us to talk about because we're actually almost at time here.
What about the Final Fantasy 16?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a Final Fantasy 16 trailer, and
That looked really good.
looking
It does.
good. Yeah, I'm glad they're going back to a more medieval style to it.
I was going to ask if it. I'm going to ask if it was
like,
another the 14th,
14,
cyberpunk
15
one.
where you're in-
Creative Division 2,
Yeah,
who made Final Fantasy 14, is working
yeah.
on that.
Yoshi P is has a big hand in it, and he's the guy who does a lot of 14. And
This is the first Final Fantasy in a while where I'm like into it and not like I'm gonna play it because I love Final Fantasy, but I don't know exactly about this approach. Like,
Not well,
It's not the boy. It's not the boys' road trip simulator.
yeah,
well, for me, I think I am a Final Fantasy elitist. Okay, I'm a purist, so I'm still getting used to all the action stuff. The recent Final Fantasy that has had good action is the remake.
oh, the remake is
It's
very
that's
good.
about it. But I'm saying, bro, I'll take turn-based back any day.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling
oh,
you.
without a doubt.
Because I feel like it's more like the strategy of just figuring things out. I don't think people like get that because people think it's just boring. No, there's strategy to this stuff. You know?
Oh yeah,
Which
you got to
Final
watch
Fan-
the timers and all that stuff.
Which Final Fantasy is your favorite one?
9.
Thank you.
It's a good
Nine.
choice.
Thank
it's a
you.
good choice.
It's one of the, it is one of there's 9, 10, and 4 for me. So 9 to me is one of the best ones ever. Sakaguchi, the Lord and Savior himself, Sakaguchi said it was his favorite. It was my first Final Fantasy ever when I was a kid, and it touched my heart. So that's my joint right there.
I mean, my first Final Fantasy was the first Final.
My first one was 6.
6, 6 is
6
really
is a
good.
solid one.
But
Yeah.
5 is my favorite.
People sleep on 9, and it pisses me off.
9 is my favorite. 9 is
Yeah.
my absolute. I have the art book at home with
Yeah.
all the concept art and stuff. It's like one of my prized gaming possessions.
Can't nobody mess with Vivi in my book.
Exactly, the
nobody
best
mess
black mage ever. Freaking Vivi.
And he's black. That's why I like him.
oh,
but his whole story arc, man, come on, man.
I know,
nobody mess
right?
with that.
9 might be the best of the original PlayStation trilogy. It's real. It's up there with 7 for me. Like I can't.
I mean,
I can't
eight,
pick-
eight's trash.
I hate 8.
Eight's trash.
I hate
Story
Final
sucks.
Fantasy
The graphics suck.
I mean, if you don't count Lost Odyssey, but I don't know if you guys knew. You know Lost Odyssey for the Xbox?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
that was supposed to be
a Final Fantasy. Yeah.
So that's the one.
Tactics is my other favorite.
One little tidbit. You know about the last story, right? For the Wii?
Yeah, that's a good
Oh
game.
yeah.
Yeah, the last story. Of course, you can. The last story, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And then the logo of it is this chick with a clock, and it ends on 10.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it ends on 10. That's like the last Final Fantasy, like Hironobu Sakaguchi, who made Final Fantasy. That was like the last good one he was involved with. And then I think he left the company.
And I hate 10. I hate 10.
Bro, 10 is so good.
I hate 10.
I like 10. 10 is good.
I don't like Titus. I've never liked Titus as a character.
Oh, I mean, I can understand
Yeah,
that.
all the
most
other
definitely.
characters are good though,
Yeah, I
except
can
for Waka.
Well, Waka has some issues.
Yeah, he's a little problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got dress belt.
Hey,
Hey,
She
nothing wrong
rules.
with
she rules.
The fact that Tetsuya Nomura designed her to literally have a certain amount of belts over a double digits is a little obsessive.
Well, yeah. All right, so we should probably talk a little bit about the award winners.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, there's really only a couple of major ones that got it. I'm glad Sifu didn't get it for fighting games because
It's not a
Fighting game.
not a fighting game shouldn't have been in the category
Technically, it's a game
that has fighting.
that has fighting in it, but see that's
so is
like
Elden Ring.
So is Shenmue. But
yeah.
Shenmue's not a fighting game. Actually, I think Shenmue's more of a fighting game than Sifu is.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
put it that way, I guess you can say that.
Or you're looking for sailors. I don't know.
But I think it wasn't the best year. And I wouldn't say the best, but an abundant year for.
It wasn't an
fighting
abundant
games.
year, but they could have.
No, everything was Smash clones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Multiverses is great.
They could have put the Nickelodeon one on there instead of
Oh, they
Sifu.
could have.
Yeah.
Oh,
But did that
I mean,
come
if
out
it was
in
gonna lose anyway?
but
Might as well put it
Yeah.
on there.
Did that come out in 2022 though, or did?
I think so.
It was an open beta for a long time, but
It was like I think it might have been early
unofficially.
2022.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember us ragging on it this year pretty hard.
Multiverses did win.
It did
which,
win, so
Yeah,
that's
it did.
good.
Yeah.
Fine, that's
Yeah.
good.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I want to talk a minute about Christopher Judge and his
20-minute long.
20-minute long acceptance speech. The
For
first one,
best
right
performance.
best performance, first one of the night.
You know, his speech
gets
was
a bit-
longer than an Avengers movie, bro.
It felt like it. It felt like it. I mean, it started off good, and he just started rambling, and they waited too long to play him off. And
Yeah, you thought he won a lifetime achievement. award.
you would think, yeah.
He's at the SAGs.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
But like, and you could tell that Jeff Keighley was so ticked off for
I don't
the
think-
rest of the thing.
I don't think Christopher Judge got the memo that this isn't a real award ceremony.
Yeah, he was like giving his life story up
He was
there on
just so
stage.
excited to be there.
Yeah,
Since
but
his
like,
performance was so bad at the speech, do they take it back?
yeah. Or they should have given him a second one because his performance was so good. He was putting on a performance on stage. But
Boy, that was long.
yeah, he mentioned that multiple times. Yeah, and then and it kind of made all the other acceptance speeches kind of rush through. And I think there was a point where like they just rattled off like 5 or 6 winners like in a row, like esports. Well, again,
Well,
esports.
Well, don't they do that every year?
Yeah.
They
They
do
kind
like,
of, yeah, it's true. They kind of do that.
Well, they announced fighting game before the show even started.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
There are a few of them that they did right before.
Mhm.
And then let's fast forward to Game of the Year.
Well, no,
oh,
I
yeah,
want to
go
talk
for it.
about
Yeah,
the
yeah,
indie
yeah.
one. I think debut indie Stray
Stray,
won
yeah.
that.
No.
Which Stray is a good game, but every other game listed deserved it more than Stray did.
Should have been Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too.
Oh, so I thought I don't look. I'm not a cat guy. I don't know, and I didn't understand the appeal for Stray. But like you were talking about how you was meowing and scratching stuff. I guess it's I don't know. There's a cat. Oh, okay.
It's more of a. It's a puzzling platformer.
It-
dystopian. It's so hard to really nail it down.
It's closest to like a point and click adventure than it is
Yeah.
anything else, honestly.
But
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't care what it won as long as it
Point
didn't
me out,
get
yeah.
Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It's just it only won because it's closer to that Game Awards ideal of a game that is also a movie kind of.
Yeah, that's
Like that's what they love.
Also, it was like the flagship title for PlayStation's new purchase tier.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, their Game Pass.
Well,
So, yeah.
speaking of movie games, Ragnarok got a lot of awards, didn't it?
Ragnarok. They won a lot. Yeah,
It's
God of War.
sweet.
Yeah.
It even won most accessible.
Even though the
Yeah.
game has
Yeah.
been out maybe like
No.
3 weeks.
Nah, but the one thing they shouldn't have won is the best music. I don't know what they were talking about with that one. I don't know.
I think Metal Hellsinger was nominated in that same category, and it is a game about music.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a really
It's a first person shooter rhythm
Yeah.
with Doom elements.
But I mean, God of War is a great game, but it's not Elden Ring.
It's not Elden Ring. That's right.
Which did win Game
Did
of the
win?
Year.
Yeah.
Elden
although-
Ring won Game of the Year.
Deservedly so. I
Deservedly.
think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
They should have brought out the Let Me Solo Her guy. He's like the big celebrity.
Yeah.
from
That would have been tight.
Well, for all we know, it might have been that guy that came up on stage.
That's
Man.
right. Because there was a little surprise at the
Oh,
very end of the
bit-
Game Awards.
Yeah. Some kid snuck on stage and started saying like thinking all sorts of weird stuff. He mentioned Bill Clinton.
my
or something.
My reformed Orthodox
rabbi Bill Clinton.
He said someone's Manchurian Candidate activation phrase.
Yeah.
Or Winter
It sounds-
Soldier
yeah.
activation phrase.
Crazy.
It sounded like it was weird, and it just kind of, it was funny at the time because like, okay, yeah, this guy got up on stage, he said something stupid, and they rushed him off or whatever. But think about it, he was right there next to like industry heads.
Yeah.
He patted the music director of Elden Ring on the shoulder. What would have happened if that guy, I don't know, had a knife?
Yeah.
Or was like was like a threat of any kind?
You even noticed that the whole FromSoft team was on one side of the thing, and then he was on another side.
He was on another side, but he came right up. No one stopped him. Everyone just assumed he was along with them.
Yeah, then they turned the mic back on for him for some reason too.
It's kind of weird. And next year it's going to be locked down.
Oh,
tight.
yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna double up security. They're gonna
Was
lock
there
that.
security?
Doesn't seem like it.
It was Jeff Keighley pulling double duty when he's not on stage talking about the games. He's off stage making sure everyone's.
He
nice
puts
and
on his
safe.
high vis vest that says security on it.
Yeah, that's it.
Shoot, Chris Joe is right there. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Christopher Judge isn't the body of Kratos. He's just the voice.
Oh dang! So it's all fluff. It's all fluff in
Because
there,
unfortunately, the body of Kratos got in some big trouble.
huh? Oh.
Yeah. Well, hey, we've actually hit time, so we got to wrap things up. Before we go, if you guys want to go ahead and tell folks where you can
plug your stuff.
Plug your stuff here.
You can see me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Vaughn Doom, VAUNDOOM, and on Twitter and IG, it's all Vaughn Doom. And I got something coming out that involves music next year.
Excellent. All right. We'll definitely have to get you on before then to, once you're a little closer to announcing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, we'll get on the ground floor. We'll get on this first.
Yeah.
Right on.
World premiere.
And you can check me out over at Teach a Dummy. I've got 2 podcasts. Got Teach a Dummy podcast and Skate Mansfield podcast. The Teach a Dummy podcast right now. We're doing our music review episodes in December. And you can go check out my episode right now for free. The audio version is free at patreon.com/teachadummy. You can join the Patreon for as little as $1 and get access to everything, and that'll have the video version of that episode. For Skate Mansfield, it is we raise awareness for skateboarding in the Mansfield area. You can follow us on Twitch. For that, it's twitch.tv/Skate Mansfield. You can follow our Facebook group, which is Skate Mansfield, and that's where we give the majority of our information. Lots to come with that one as well.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks again, guys, for coming on.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah.
This is a blast.
Absolutely.
This is very sexy.
You can find all of our stuff over at nerdoverload.com each and every day.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Patreon at Nerd Overload Now.
You can email us at staff@nerdoverload.com.
Don't talk to me about that phone number.
Oh, yeah, there's still no phone number. That's right. We're still working on that. That's right.
Every time you guys do that, I have to change it in my phone. I'm like, dang it.
I forgot to fix that, so we still don't have one of those.
We'll get it figured out sooner or
Just
later.
email us. It's so much easier. Just email us, please.
You can find all of our back episodes on various podcast apps such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and more. And finally, I'd like to thank David Pencil for the use of our intro and outro. You can find more of his stuff over at davidpencil.com. So again, thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back next week.
World premiere.